Hola, bienvenidos a IMHO.
En mi opinión homosexual, yo soy Tia Chan.
Me llamo Darby.
Soy Alexis P. Bevels. I forgot how to do it. The P stands for pet egg.
Remember
Why?
that commercial?
Yeah. Shave off your foot
Show us your
shavings.
feet.
No, I don't have feet.
Holy.
I don't have feet.
Well,
yeah.
whatever's underneath it, I bet it's your foot.
Ladies, Pride Month is in full swing. We all three came from other things because Pride Month
Yes.
is the 1 month where they pay us almost what we're
It's
worth.
the halfway point of the month. And
Yeah.
mental check-in, body check-in,
Drunk.
zooted. Tired.
Yeah. So Alexis and I did a Zoom gig, and they made us, not made us.
They had us
make cocktails.
create cocktails and then drink them.
With a lot of alcohol.
Well, the recipe called for a normal amount of alcohol. And
I
maybe
like to be
someone took
creative.
some
I just like to be
liberties.
creative, okay?
Yeah, and
because
then-
you know what Guy Fieri said?
Food is art.
I don't know.
Food is hot.
Art.
Art. Food is art.
Yeah, so we drank a lot. But you did one with
Good
Avi,
man.
right?
I did, yeah. We did a Zoom gig with Abby, and we kind of did a mukbang style Zoom.
Fun.
We just grabbed a bunch of food off Argyle and ate it on camera, and but I'm here.
Wonderful.
You're humble.
But I'm here.
Well, we have a mukbang next week
Mhm.
because Down Under is finally going down to hell. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Down Under will be over though, so
Down Under will
tune
be
in
over.
for that because we
Yeah.
do
We'll be
have some
eating.
Down Under snacks. But that's not why we're here today. We're here today to talk about Drag Race España because I have been to Barcelona and it's just something that I don't talk about enough.
Now, Barcelona is not your origin story, which
The
we will get into the looks for today. What is your origin story?
Your drag origin
Oh,
story?
my drag origin
Yeah,
story?
your drag origin story.
Yes. Thank you so much for asking. I'm from the country, I'm from the South, so I thought sexy farmer who's also a little bit gay. So I like little crystals. I also got it from a store that is closing because it did not do well in that location business-wise. And that is also very much on brand for me. It's not making good business decisions.
What?
And having my tits out because I'm very proud of whatever these are. They're not real. And then chicken.
Staring at this chicken, it looks really tasty.
Doesn't it look real?
Like, how are you not biting into plastic right now?
Oh, because I have bad teeth.
Did you ever chew on like things you weren't supposed to chew as a kid, like the barrel of monkeys immediately in the mouth, the bears that you use for
Lincoln
counting?
Logs.
Lincoln Logs in the mouth.
Wax
Yeah.
lips, those wax lips.
Yes.
Well, you're supposed to put those in your mouth.
Little bingo chips, the little clear circles in the mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
In math class, when
Oh.
we counted with the clear circles,
Mhm.
all of those were in all of our
We had
mouths.
teddy bears.
And you'd eat
We
them.
had those little teddy bears. I would.
Oh,
put
the
those
counting
in my
teddy
mouth.
bears with the
counting
texture?
Teddy bears,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh.
Dice.
Erasers.
Erasers, the
Yeah.
Paper Mate pink ones.
Your neighbor's dad's cack.
Love the texture. Great feeling on the mouth.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I didn't say it on the Zoom because I didn't know how well it would go over. But on TikTok, have you seen the dentists on TikTok are saying that they can tell when you've given oral
How?
just
They
by
can
your
smell
mouth? No, because it leaves
Like
a bruise on
ever?
the top.
Oh, like recently.
If you've given oral, your dentist and your dental assistants.
I think
know.
they know just basically by me being like, "Hi, I'd like to get my teeth cleaned." Be like, "You had a dick in your mouth." recently." Happy Pride. Yeah, so we're here to talk about Spain. We love
Drag
going
Race
to Barcelona and like just seeing
España.
everybody there.
Yeah.
Now this series continues to tower above the rest. I have to be honest.
Oh, I agree with you. On
We
that.
have yet another incredible episode.
Yes.
To let's talk. Bailamos is Let's Dance.
Bailamos, hablamos. We speak, hablamos.
Escúchame.
Hablar,
Escúchame.
conjugate. Escúchame.
Listen to me.
Escúchame.
Escúchame. Oh, actually, you have the notes, Alexis. Listen
Oh
to
yeah.
her.
All right. Let's
Escucha
just
her.
jump in.
Okay,
Let's
shall we
just
jump in?
Escucha her.
Well, before
so-
that, let's talk about your origin story.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm
Okay,
Origin
so
story.
the Runway theme for later on is drag origin stories, and I did this gold dress because I've always wanted to be an actress. Oscars are gold.
Fillings.
This is also the one fillings can be gold, famously.
The standard.
This is also one of the first dresses I ever made.
Really? It looks great.
Thank you. I like this fabric because it comes out really wrinkly and
What'd
then
you make
stops.
it for?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You don't know.
Oh, there was this there's this burlesque New Year's event show that I was doing in St. Louis, and
Me in St. Louis.
I met them in St. Louis, and there was a bunch of different groups, and it was the colors of the rainbow. So Roy G. Biv.
Colors.
And I thought this was yellow, but like yellow gold. So I did yellow.
So
I was in the
Roy
yellow
G.
group.
Biv, and you did gold.
Well,
Just to be that
red, orange,
girl.
yellow, and then this is yellow like gold. No, that's a different dress. I'm thinking of a different dress. I didn't even make this. Come to think of it.
Well, that's the origin story.
I bought
Her
it.
origin story is she's a fraud.
I can't remember what I made it for. I can't remember what I made it for. I did make it.
This
It's
is
pretty.
beautiful.
This is really
Thank
pretty,
you.
and you were right because
It was
the
really
wrinkles
hella
came
wrinkly
out.
when
Yeah.
when I brought it up. Yeah.
Now your origin story.
Yeah, what's your
Okay.
origin story?
So get the earring. What do you see here?
Oh, that's space.
A little
Spaceship?
space.
Saturn. That's Saturn.
Little UFO. I'm trying to give you like little space girl, outer space.
Do you come from space?
tease. Well, do you remember this little competition called Crash Landing? That was at Berlin nightclub.
R.I.P.
It was.
Oh,
this,
yeah, I
it
seen
makes you
that.
rest.
It,
So,
brought,
She's
I mean,
resting.
it made a lot of stars. It made Denali.
Denali
It made
came out, she
Chan. It
won.
made Bambi.
Bambi came out, she
Not,
won.
and by made, I mean they won and they were big names. I'm not saying that they were
Ramona
made,
Slick.
but Ramona, yeah.
Soju was on it too. Soju
Yeah.
did it.
I went a couple times.
Yeah. you did participate
I
in the
did
audience.
see it.
Nico says that they might bring it back. So
That would be wonderful.
Oh, that would be
I would
great.
like that a lot. I would like that a lot.
Oh yeah, I co-hosted it once with Nico. That was
Mhm.
fun.
You did a great job. It was fun to see someone not bully the.
Bully themselves. So
Bully.
I like to bully myself. Like that's my
Yes.
gig.
Hey, you also like to bully me.
Can I have one thing for me? Bailamos.
The girls are
Sorry,
fighting.
we're fighting because I broke her fridge
Well,
earlier.
I love this. I love
Thank
that
you.
you went very space. You said crash landing. I remember that. And then you
Yeah.
said, "But I'm making businesswoman."
But I'm making businesswoman. It always has been about the shoulders and the jackets and the.
Mm-hmm.
Shoulders
And
and
that's
the
my
jackets and
artist
the hair.
statement,
Pockets.
and that is why I chose what I chose today. Thank you, class.
Yes. Everyone clap for Chan.
Everyone clap. Thank you. I'm gonna go back and sit down with next to my friend.
Speaking of clap, let's keep it going for our sweet drag Volcano who left the competition
Oh,
last
nice
week.
transition.
We love her. This is Después de Eliminación of Drag Volcano. The contestants are happy because Carmen, this is where Carmen said,
Para
para mí.
mí. For
For
me.
me.
For me.
She's happy that Volcano's gone because they saw her as a big threat. And
Para mí.
Para mí.
para mí, Carmen said Arancha should have
Arancha la
gone.
mancha.
For me.
Para
Para
mí.
mí, para mí, para mí.
It's sad. Maybe we'll see her
It
again.
is sad to see Drag Volcano go, but she left a bunch of garments and
Oh, she did leave
pieces
some sweet
behind
things.
just to remind them
Of what they missed.
of what they're
And the
yeah,
headpiece.
what they got rid of. Mm-hmm.
How's your head? I don't know. I left it. It's the next day. They come in and they do a lovely tribute to Volky, they call her, which was cute.
Volky. That is a cute nickname.
Volky. And they do a thing to Canary Islands.
I love that thing they did.
Yeah, I think they were
So
scared
great.
that they wouldn't be invited back,
Mm-hmm.
which is, I relate. Because I've never been invited to the Canary Islands.
Well, you don't like birds.
Now enters Supreme in a gorgeous canary yellow suit.
Oh yeah, so cute.
I love Supreme.
Me too.
Me too.
Oh, this is the football challenge. They bring in the pit crew.
Oh,
pit crew has
sorry,
these
for
football
Americans
bags.
watching, it's soccer. So have you
Yes,
ever seen
football.
soccer?
Yeah.
It's that.
Yeah.
Did y'all play
What's that
soccer?
show?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love soccer.
What is it?
Is it in my
The
eyes?
soccer one, the soccer
Apple
one?
Apple
soccer
TV.
show?
Apple
Soccer
TV.
show, Apple TV.
Dave?
Ted Lasso.
Thank you.
Did you play soccer?
Just like in high school, but like not. I didn't play
You played
professionally.
soccer in high school?
You weren't a professional soccer
No.
player.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
That's hot.
Yeah, the boys
The
that
boys
played
are
soccer
always- the
were
soccer boys
always
are
the
always the
hottest
hottest.
because they'd always be like slapping each other's butts. They'd stink and they'd like fart with their armpits and like.
I like the skinny muscles up top and then the big,
Big,
legs
strong
and
legs.
booties. I love that. That's why, yeah, I get into that.
Yeah. I played soccer for the YMCA when I was really little, for the Y team, and I never scored a goal. I played for 2 seasons, and I had 1 assist. The
Ooh.
very last game, I had the ball, and I could have gone for personal glory, or I could have given it to the other better player
Personal
who
glory.
I knew would do well. And I decided to do.
Assist.
I decided to go to him, and he did, and he scored a goal.
And that's the Alexis Bevel's origin story.
That
she
is
is
okay,
the
there we
assist.
go. Yeah. She has a soccer ball up there somewhere in her socket.
You wanted to go for the assist instead of going for the gold? You're a star.
Go for the gold,
forget
go
that.
for God, give him the glory. I played for Jesus.
You did?
So you did play soccer for Jesus.
Jesus.
Okay.
I bet Jesus would have loved soccer.
I cried a lot. Because the first soccer game we played, the coach told me to throw the soccer ball back in, and you have to throw it in with 2 hands. But I didn't know that, or I forgot. So I threw it in with 1 hand, and then we lost the ball. And I'm still bummed about it.
Someone explained the rules though, because
Explain it. I was sitting there going,
who's supposed to know?
what do I do with this now? And they said, throw it in. I was like, okay.
Can I tell you what?
One hand is on the hip, and it's not leaving. Okay,
Can I tell you something? I've been trying to do something different with my free time lately. I joined this gay volleyball league.
Oh.
And I've done twice. I've done 2 times. And the first time I had like beginner's luck or something and really good teammates. So it was like good and we won a bunch. And then the second time was terrible and the sun was out. I had to have sunglasses and I couldn't see because the sun was like, in my eyes. And it was the last game. And when you're not playing, you have to referee. And I had to stand on the corner and look and see if the ball goes before, like inside or outside of the line.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're doing that, this means out for some reason, and that means in.
Okay.
Which doesn't make sense because it feels like
for
No,
me
this
this
should be
feels
out.
out.
this
feels out.
Yeah.
Para mí,
Para me, out.
out, but it's not that. That
In.
means in, and this means out. So it happened, and they looked to me. It was game point. It was the last thing of the game, and it went out. It went outside the line.
Went out.
So I went like this, and then the other team that took it really seriously, by the way, they were like, "That was in. The line moved," and I was like, "Okay."
Boys in their sports, they take it very seriously. Like,
These-
that was a foul, man. That was a foul.
These-
oh, was it a foul, sweetie?
This team wasn't boys.
Oh,
They were all men.
Oh.
that's embarrassing. So, out
Anyway.
and in.
Because it's like,
Out.
oh my god,
In.
out.
Oh my God, it's
Ouch.
out.
Or like, check out my
In.
nails.
You're so in
Girl,
right now.
you're so in right now.
But what about in and
But
out?
it's down. But it's
Tie.
legendary.
Now,
Come
how about
on,
that? How
come
about
on,
in and out?
legendary. It really,
so
it really
involving.
put me inside my head, and I don't want to go back, but I'm going to, because I think I should try new things.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't want to go back to volleyball all because some old guys on a beach yelled at you?
Kind of.
Please.
You're stronger than that.
But I'm gonna.
You're brave. Look at you right now. You left the house looking like that.
You're
That's
gonna-
brave.
I'm holding a knife.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me be vulnerable.
Yeah, we love
Thank
it.
you
Be
for opening up. Thank
vulnerable.
you for coming out.
Okay, so they each have
Wow.
to. Not only do they have to play football, they have
Football.
to make a look. They have to do a character profile, and then they have to play a full match. This was a lot of work for a mini challenge, but it flew by. Some of these mini challenges.
Well, the
can
match
drag
was like
on.
a little LOL. Okay, now we did the silly part. You can play now.
Yeah,
Like it wasn't part
some
of the
those.
thing.
Some of them were in heels
That's committed.
playing football.
Yeah.
Well, what do you
that's
wear when
good.
you play volleyball on the beach?
Here's another thing. I went on Amazon Shop Local and I bought some like beach volleyball shoes. Guess what? On beach volleyball, the point is to not wear shoes. You go barefoot.
Oh, what if your feet burn?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I
hot.
have the ped egg. That's why the P was for the ped egg. But so I have these shoes now because I bought them.
medical
But
shoes?
you don't wear beach volleyball shoes.
Oh.
Yeah. But I loved seeing them play because it was like it was already over and they're like, okay, now you get to play. I just
Yeah.
love like it's got to be such a stressful experience to be on Drag Race, and so just to see them get to like run around and be silly, that was fun.
They did
I like
award the MVP goes to Killer Queen. Killer Queen did a funny. She had like hair places. She did comedy. And then the main challenge this week is an advertising campaign, which was also like an acting challenge a little bit. They're doing.
Improv, yeah.
They have to prove that they are a triple threat. Now we know what that's like.
I've threatened 3 people at once.
Often,
Yeah. What was the term they kept saying?
mocatriz.
Mocha.
And I looked at it and I want to thank, I have a works cited. I want to thank Reddit user
Ooh.
A Freaking Chorizo. They commented on our last review and they said, hey, I do a whole list of all the references for Drag Race España. I took a look. Mocatriz is a made up word, but it stands for model, mo. Ca is cantate, singer. And triz is actriz, mocatriz. So it's model, actor, singer. And that it's a song written by a group involving one of the guest judges today, Carlos Aretes. He was a part of a group that made this song called Duo Ojete Calor. Guess what that means?
Duo Cajete Calor.
Calor.
Say it again.
Duo Ojete Calor. Ojete.
Ojete.
Calor.
Calor.
Calor is
color-
heat.
Guess what
Hot.
it stands for? You're right about that.
Okay, what's it?
Butthole heat.
Girl, that's a booty hole.
And it's a fire.
And it's on fire.
That's their name!
Yes.
Butthole heat!
Oh, that's
Butthole
CCC,
heat. That's funny.
That's
Z-
funny.
Z- Z.
Sí.
That's
Me
funny.
encanta lo.
Killer gets the advantage of picking her partner. They get to work in partners. And she also gets the advantage of pairing everyone else up and picking whatever magazine they're going for.
Yeah,
So-
so fun.
So fun. Magazines,
I
fun.
love magazine.
Well, there's 4 different categories, right? There's Granny, there's Glamour, there's
Nasty gal.
Nasty Gal, and then there's
Hookers.
sex workers.
Well, they called it hookers. But yes.
I know.
Yes.
It's different cultures. It's different,
Different
it's
times. Yeah, they're in a different time zone too, so very different
Like,
times.
they're very behind because it's a different time zone. You're absolutely right. So sex work. So out of those 4 categories, what would you pick?
This is interesting because, as we've seen, the judges probably don't want you to pick something that you're naturally good at. They probably want you to show that you're, what's that word? Take your boots off. What is that word?
Versatile.
Verse. They want to show your verse. So I would probably pick Grannies or.
You don't think people would expect that from you?
People would expect old lady funny.
I get that from you.
Maybe sex workers.
I would pick the comedy one. You know that they're looking
True,
for comedy.
true.
It's an improv challenge,
Yeah.
like Granny, right?
Yeah.
I would want Granny
People
too.
would want funny. I think there is an assumption that they're like, oh, we want to see you challenge yourself. Y'all don't care about me.
Mm-mm.
Y'all
They don't care.
about me.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I did think that was wild when Carmen was like coming at Killer and being like, thanks for making me glamour when I need to show them that I can do something else. Like I could have been a granny. Shut the fuck up. Like Killer was being nice. Well, Killer was like, I don't want to be, I don't want to be like the person that's like fucking y'all over because I gave you the wrong thing. I wanted to do something that was in your wheelhouse. You were strong. Like she was trying to do something. Shut the fuck up.
I didn't think she was that angry about it. I think she just kind of said it as like,
Whose side
swings
are
a
you
lot.
on?
Yours. There is a moment of Killer talking about her body. Killer and Arantxa are having a moment, and Killer's talking about her body issues, you know. Speaking of football, sports, being in the locker rooms, and, you know. Did you ever have to change it? I got out of PE as soon as I could. Like, I never took PE in high school. I always did other things so that I wouldn't have to be in the changing rooms with anyone.
Oh, yeah.
You could take off PE. Like you didn't have to do it.
I did other things, like I figured out other, like if you were a student aide for the special needs kids for their PE, you didn't have to take your own PE. It like counted. Or like if you, in middle school, if you like went on vacation and did the Grand Canyon or something and came back.
And did the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Hi. Hello, Principal Miller. I did the Grand Canyon. No PE for you, faggot!
No, I got out of PE.
Oh,
that was my
Were you a
nightmare
PE person?
in school.
Yeah, locker rooms were so
They
scary.
were stinky.
The first
Steam
time
Old Spice.
I had to change in front of other dudes, I wore like Fruit of the Loom white briefs. Could you imagine the horror of having to wear Fruit of the Loom white briefs when you're in 6th grade and change in front of... Well, when you're a grown man, it's like, who cares? It's kind of hot though. It's kind of like, it's just briefs. But when you're like a little kid, everyone's like, what are you doing? You can see your bones,
Yeah, you're not wearing
man."
boxers. You should wear boxers.
Wear boxers.
Ugh,
And now when you're
boxers are
grown and you wear
so
boxers...
uncomfortable.
Disgusting.
Yeah, because they're just pants.
They're pants.
They're
You're wearing.
pants.
You're wearing.
You're wearing
shorts.
shorts.
And straight people boxers, they're all like threadbare and like dirty. Sorry to generalize.
Not to generalize, but absolutely to generalize. because that is true.
100%.
Up first, we had the Granny group. We had Killer Queen and Arantxa.
They were method
They
from
were-
the jump.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, at first I was like, ooh, are Supreme and the photographer enjoying this? But I think they weren't.
They were. They were
Yeah.
fully committed to
I
it.
loved Killer's voice. Had this like weird raspy voice. Like she sounded haunted.
Like she was
Like
hurting
she
her
sounded
throat
like-
doing
yeah.
it.
She sounded like she had a couple souls living within her. I thought she was hilarious. And Arantxa, who is very funny, even Arantxa at times you could see in her face, she was like,
Yeah.
was kind of stepping back because Killer was
Killer was
like
committed to the bit.
committed.
Yeah.
I loved it.
As soon as she walked into the studio, she was performing.
Yeah.
The performance
Yeah.
doesn't end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the final product that we saw, truly, it was a very much an improv challenge. Like the photo shoot, the running while lip syncing, those were very small and didn't seem to like come into anything at the end. But it was big improv challenge.
Yeah.
Which is kind of scary.
And you know what? Take the scene to making out. You got a great improv scene.
That's
There
very
There you
true.
go.
Yeah.
Someone either dies,
Yeah.
someone makes out, or someone gets married.
Well, this one, Arancha and Killer both made out and died.
Yeah.
And died.
They killed
Ding,
it,
ding, ding, ding.
and then they killed themselves.
And then they killed
And
themselves.
then they killed themselves. Yeah.
I will say, Supreme was giving them really good notes, I think.
Yeah, great
like-
coach.
I feel like
Supreme's a great host.
Yeah.
Human being. A sweet human being.
it was just, I don't want to be a bitch, but it was refreshing to see a host actually.
You are a bitch.
Gracias.
Up next, we had the sexy gals, Carmen Farala y Dovima Nurmi. And first of all, they looked stunning.
Stunning.
Per
They did look
usual.
stunning.
What was their skit?
Teddy Bear and...
Oh, they have the same boyfriend.
They had the
boyfriend.
same boyfriend.
Yeah.
When they were filming it, not Saturjan. What am I saying? Supreme. I'm sorry.
Sedergen, that's a
Sedergen
deep
walked
Not
in.
cut.
Sedergen.
Deep cut.
That was 10 years ago,
Uh,
even though it wasn't.
Truly, it feels like it. Supreme trying to like coach them through it of like, okay, but she just brought out this teddy bear. You didn't know she had a boyfriend.
Mhm.
And they still just kind of went on their own thing. They weren't really like taking the notes.
Yeah, they were like, what did he say?
But the judges seemed to enjoy the final product. What did y'all think of it?
I thought they did a great job too. I don't think
Yeah.
there was anything bad about their performance.
Yeah, I loved the, if I had to pick one of the improv setups, I love the idea of we got the same bear, because I love the idea of like pulling out a bear and being like, oh my god, I got that same bear, this is crazy, wait,
Yeah.
yours has 4 legs, this is meant to be, but like they didn't take it that far.
Yeah.
But I love the concept of it.
I feel like they were playing themselves in the scene.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
the whole Javier, and then Carmen was like, you mean Javi? Javi.
I was hoping they'd say which Javi and talk about the Javi judges.
Oh, I did think that
I
too.
was
That
like,
was
oh,
That's
bring up the
funny.
judges. But the punchline, of course, they end the scene.
making
I
out.
think
Making out. They don't need a man.
2 for 2.
Not fighting over a man.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. We had Ugacio and Poopy Poison. Their scene was a
Nasty
sexy
gals.
BDSM waxing scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really fun concept.
Have y'all ever gotten anything waxed?
No. I just shaved my legs though.
Oh, they look
great.
gorgeous.
Thanks.
I have really sensitive skin, so I think I'm just afraid that like I'd be covered in rashes and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I'm pretty naturally hairless.
You are pretty nice. I've done my arms. I did my legs. The legs hurt. The chest hurts a lot.
Really?
And then I did get my butthole.
You did?
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
Actually, the butthole among all of them
Was it easy?
hurt the least.
Well, it's because you're
And it's
used to
kinda
it
like
getting pounded. Oh, actually, you're not used
I
to
wish.
it. Yeah. that's true.
No, it's kind of like a sneeze. It's like quick and.
Did you fart?
No,
I'd be afraid that they'd rip it and I'd clench. I'd go, whoa! And I'd.
it was
Fart
it was really weird having my coworker, and I was assistant manager, so kind of my subordinate, like in my ass, like looking at my asshole.
Not for me.
Not your sub.
That was weird.
Not
Your
your sub.
sub
looking at
and your
ass.
asshole.
Yeah, yeah.
didn't
She
feel
did
like they
leave. She
ripped
did
the
leave
hole
the
off your
profession.
back?
Yeah,
after
she
that,
should
so I
absolutely
don't know how
report
I-
you to HR. You're a problem.
Yeah.
Their scene was kind of like an escalation of like, oh no, it's
Yeah.
hurting more and more. And they finally ripped the hole off her and she
Her
dies.
intestines came
And her
out.
intestines came out.
I wonder how they decided who, because I would have thought Poopy would have taken the role of the like. You know what I mean?
Because she gives you like this.
Because she gives
madame-
me that like shady like
Crazy.
Matt sadistic.
I
vibes.
thought Ugacio was like really well cast in it though. I thought
I think they did a really good job. Yeah.
I
I'm
thought
Could have been
surprised.
either or.
Poopy losing her intestine
Was
was
very funny.
Yeah.
Sweet line.
Sweet
Great line. Yes.
It's a great
yes.
line. Because what you have done is you have just put your scene partner in the most insane place. Because, I mean, if I was Ugacio and our whole thing is just that, like, I'm hurting her and I'm sadistic, and then she's like, my intestine came out of my butt. Like, I don't know what I would have done. Good on them that they
Good
kept
on
it going.
them.
Yeah.
Did they make out? No. But did someone die?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great scene.
Ding, 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 ding.
Up next, we had Inti and Sagittaria doing their sexy mom and daughter scene.
This was funny watching them film this and seeing Supreme be like, okay, now you're on this call. Now you're talking to your mom. The direction was fun.
Yeah.
I think Inti was, I mean, they said it right there. She's like, I know my strengths and I know I'm not an actress.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of pressure to have someone
Scary.
yelling at you like, change it.
True.
Go back.
True.
You know, like if you're not used to it.
Because it's
right?
kind of like in your head, you're kind of like, oh, I made a really bad choice, and now you're like held back by your like your own judgment. You're like, I'm not making good choices. Why even bother? So I can see how she got into her head this week.
Oh, for sure. And someone yelling, okay, now you're back on this part. Yeah, it was a little awkward to watch, but I give her props because she pulled some shit out.
Yeah, she was being
I love your
funny.
feet. I wish she had started to confuse the two.
Yeah.
I think that is kind of where the comedy was going, and she just kind of stopped
Yeah.
herself.
Yeah.
Of like being on the phone with mom and being like, I love your feet. Oh, no, yeah, mac and cheese. Hang on. Hi, do you want some mac and cheese on your feet? I'm sorry, I'm not good at this. Which one is this? Like, I
Yeah,
wish
yeah,
she'd been
yeah.
able, but
To just get weird and have fun.
And
it's high pressure.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And Sagittaria was going for it.
Yeah, she was on.
So
And
she was.
and she did end up fucking her own father.
No, Saggy
that
was the wife.
Saggy
Oh,
was
she
her
ended up
husband.
fucking her husband while her daughter
Was
tried to
cucked.
fuck. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She
She cucked her own daughter. She cucked her daughter. That's what the scene was. Is that allowed?
She cucked her.
She cucked her daughter. That was the cucking scene. And your scene is going to be the cucking scene.
You're related. Go.
Who wants the old person scene? Who wants the cucking scene? Those were the challenges. Those were the main challenges. Any faves? I really liked the waxing scene. I thought that was like the perfect scene.
Yeah, that
That's
made me
funny.
laugh.
That was
I mean,
funny.
once the intestine comes out of the butthole.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Juice.
nothing else to do.
Juice.
And the grannies. The grannies.
Yeah,
were
I
great.
was
are
gonna
really
say I
good
think
too.
I like the grannies a lot.
Yeah. Well, let's take it to the runway.
Okay. Well, let's just talk about
yeah.
our host, Supreme,
Oh.
who came out in this gorgeous, structured, shouldered, prints.
She kept saying, like, I can't really move, so I'm just gonna kind of turn my body. Like, I love that shit. Because
Yeah.
drag is very uncomfortable, and sometimes you put together this look that you love, and then you get out and you're like, I can't move in this. Why did I do this?
Alexis, can we make this? I want this in red.
Looks, can you make
Yeah.
it?
Do
That's
you know what it
pretty.
reminds me of? And I say this with love. Actually, this is a compliment. Remember when Vixen, when the Vixen on her season had
Hats.
when
black
she
and
had
white
the
hats.
brim hats
Mm,
and did this kind of thing with it?
Yeah.
Super cool.
really cool.
I thought she looked fantastic.
It was
Agreed,
really cool.
agreed.
Yeah.
Do you not think that her coming out and talking to the judges is like really long?
It is really long.
long.
She was doing either or in this one. She was like, and it was kind of
It's not a single line like
It
it is
is.
in US Drag Race or UK.
Yeah.
But this was just, she comes out and she chats with them.
She does.
There's a conversation between
Yeah.
each person. I'm always like, is this like, did they run out of things to do?
I like it though because it feels like she is someone that is in control and there's no like awkward moment or awkward pauses because she
Yeah.
will make you feel safe. She's like, don't worry, this is like a show that I run. Like she's not just hosting, she's running the show. It feels that way.
Are we cucks?
We're being
To
cucked.
Supreme?
Yes.
Is Supreme cucking us?
Yes.
Yeah, we love her.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
what the
I
cup?
like her vibe.
What the cuck? So the category is drag origins, right?
drag
Yes, origins. So up first we had a Poopy Poison. She had this beautiful strawberry tree on her head.
Did y'all know strawberries
Love that
grow on
happens.
trees?
I thought they grew on
No.
bushes.
I thought they grew on bushes
I thought
too.
they grew on
They grow on
vines.
trees?
I thought they grew in labs.
Like puppies?
I
Did
love-
you know that I used to think that pepperonis grew out of the ground? I thought pepperoni was a vegetable. When I gave up
Wait, how did you think
Hold
that?
on.
when I gave up pork, I like made it this big thing. It's the first meat I'd given up, and I was like, Curtis, I'm doing it. No, I'm really gonna do it because I saw pigs are smart. And we went to get pizza, and I was like, I can do this. Like, he's like, are you sure you're gonna be able to like find something you're gonna be happy? I was like, yeah, absolutely. I walk up to the counter with my full chest. I was like, hi, I'd like 2 slices of pepperoni pizza, please. And Curtis goes, what? You can't. I thought you weren't eating pork anymore. And I was like, yeah, pepperoni's a vegetable. I thought it grew out of the ground.
Oh no.
I know.
Not the education system failing.
I know,
you.
we do need to. Can we write a letter to Tennessee as a whole? Just the entire
You
state.
must have slept through the pepperoni unit.
I did. McGraw Hill does
McGraw
not
Hill
talk
Does
about
not talk about the
pepperoni.
food pyramid.
I was gonna say, wait. So, but did we hate this? I thought it was.
I loved
thought it
the
was
look.
great. I thought it was
She
the
was
best
having
she's
fun
looked.
in it.
I liked how the tree came down and became the hair.
Same.
There's a level. Can we say this? Can we say this?
Mhm.
Can we say this? There is a level of unfinished. I hate using the word unpolished because a lot of people put a lot of weight on that particular term. But there's just
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? I know what you're saying, and I see it, and I see you, and I agree with you. We're not gonna have another Boots.
we might.
But it's interesting, isn't it? Drag Race, especially in a European country, Spain a European country? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is high fashion. And so when it's not, comparatively, yeah, this doesn't look up to the level as the rest of them.
Or take it camp, because to me that's reading as kind of campy. I don't think that's reading as fashion.
But you don't think
it's-
she intended for it to be.
But I still don't even think as a camp level. It was odd to me that the judges were saying, it's the best you've looked, like it's so great. Is it?
I think it's the best she's looked, yeah.
There's the polish meter, and then there's like the personality meter, and then some girls are just like really, really polished, and that's like what matters the most. And then like they don't have like that X or that star, that it factor, and it's like, I don't know. She is really polished, but I don't like her. This is not about her.
No, yeah, I agree. It's because I'm not hearing any notes about her looks. It's because I'm only hearing compliments. It's confusing to me.
Yeah.
Because she was again in the top, and I just was like, what? I mean, yeah, she should have been in the top because her intestine was pulled out of her butthole. And that is comedic genius.
That's good.
But I just wanted some sort of note of something. You don't have any critique for that look? Sorry, am I being mean?
No.
No, I think it's
Valid and correct.
Yeah,
think it's valid and correct.
Yeah, you're valid.
I don't.
She was representing the chalupas from Madrid.
Chulapas.
In Madrid.
I think
Chulapas.
it's chulapas. I'm so sorry.
She was
I do
no,
think it
no.
is.
You're please. She was representing the chulapas
Yeah.
from Madrid. So
Yeah.
beautifully done. Up next, we had Inti.
Inti.
And Inti is wearing like indigenous
Bolivian costume,
Bolivian
right?
costume,
Yeah,
yes.
from this carnival in Bolivia.
to scare away settlers.
Yeah, the devil.
Yeah,
The Bolivian
devil.
I thought this was cool.
I thought it was a really great look
I
too.
did not understand the note.
I didn't really understand the makeup. I didn't understand the note either.
Yeah, the note made no sense to me. The what's her name? The woman, the
Anna Lawton.
Anna, thank you. She was giving her this note of like, there's too much going on, but if you're gonna do it, like go bigger. Meanwhile, the cut to NT and like everything is big, and she's like,
everything
what
is-
else could I have done? And then she's like, I don't know, like big stones, and she's like, but if I had done that, that would have been too much. Like, look at me already. And I have to, I agreed with NT on that.
I
one.
agree too.
Yeah, I think I don't know what happened.
I am a big Inti fan, and I
Same.
thought this was a really cool choice. And
Beautiful.
yeah, it was a really cool look.
She came out in a look that was very personal to her. She's the only Bolivian person in the competition. She's an indigenous Bolivian person, and she came out with this costume that's very meaningful to the people in Bolivia, and to have people just kind of not get it and then give you a really confusing note, and you ask, okay, well, what does this note mean? And they can't really tell you. I got where the attitude was really popping up. I get that.
They're like, yeah, we don't really like your origin story.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so you
Yeah.
don't like me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%. And also, like, what do you mean a drag queen can be too much? There's no such
Right.
thing.
Ubi came
Right.
out with a tree on her head. Like, what are you talking about?
And a plush bear on that
What
tree.
are you talking? And a plush bear from a goddamn claw machine. She went to the grocery store because she forgot to finish her costume, and she won that bear for $5. I'm sorry, €5. Like, or the actually the rate it's €6.
Oh, you doing math now?
10,000 euro. But we see these notes for Inti, right? They're really giving these very specific notes for that. Meanwhile, Poopy walks out with truly like a stuffed animal from a carnival. And it looked attached with a fucking safety pin.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
It's almost like it's not a real competition and it's a produced TV show.
What?
Up next, we had Arancha La Mancha, and she was giving you kind of a little reveal. She was bringing forth the food of her origins, her
So
food
none
origins.
of it's real?
And she came out with the cheese.
Oh yeah, she
lid.
threw cheese. That was cute.
Yeah.
Well, cheese is real. So
Cheese
I'm
is
back.
real.
Cheese is real.
She was
Jesus
also
is
representing
real.
two different cities, which was interesting because it goes along with her Hannah Montana vibes, like best of both worlds.
I thought it was really cute. I didn't understand the kind of mesh going down. It looked like she's wearing a diaper because you could see through it, and she was. So that was like she. But you know what? Actually, I do get it. If you eat that much cheese, you will need to wear a diaper.
Because you will poopy
Maybe it
poison
was-
You will
yourself.
poopy poison. Your
Yeah. maybe
poopy poison yourself. Poopy poison yourself.
Oh
That's
yeah,
good.
you like that one?
That's good.
Good.
Oh,
Good.
That's good.
I got her.
But I thought she looked really cute, and I love when the guest judge was like, I don't know what your hat's about, but it's cute. And she
Yeah,
was
it was like San Francisco, like
Yeah.
It was
wholesome.
a story that she
It was.
told.
She
with
did
this.
tell a story.
She was
Yeah.
storytelling. Ooh, up next we had Dovima Normi, and this look is just phenomenal.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is.
She was
This
a
is high
knight.
fashion.
She was a princess, and she was a
Yes.
dragon.
Yes.
That was amazing.
The makeup is phenomenal.
Everything's
The metal, wearing metal in drag, that is how do you,
her whole head
Chain
turned
link.
green.
Chain.
It was,
Oh, I'm
it was
sure-
wet, so
But next week maybe she's gonna do like a Shrek vibe. So it'll.
Oh.
Oh, I like that full story.
She looked incredible.
Yeah.
She looked incredible. The judges did say maybe work on your walk. That's the only note we have.
Yeah, well.
And
And
they
she's-
did cut back, and they showed kind of her walk was a little awkward.
Yeah, and she said it was
Yeah.
because all the things she brought were like hard to walk in.
Yeah.
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 So that's a good thing to think about.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Up next, we had Sagittaria, and she was giving
Wow.
you drip, drip,
Drip.
drip, 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 drip,
Drip, drip, drop.
Okay.
It's the
Little
April
itty bitty little
shower.
girl.
So
That
phenomenal.
looked good. I think the judges went, yeah.
She was a creme catalana, and she said, "I've turned a dish from a cheap bar."
Catalana?
Catalana.
So in Barcelona. Catalonian? From Barcelona.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So she said, "I've turned
I've
a
had that
dish."
I'm sure I have, because I've been to Barcelona.
You went to McDonald's.
Once.
Did
a
they have
day.
this?
I've turned a dish from a cheap bar into a Michelin star delicacy.
That's cute.
Cute. She looked
Beautifully
amazing.
sold.
Gorge.
Yeah, the what kind of material is that?
Latex?
That's latex.
that latex?
I think that's probably latex.
Yeah. Up next, we had Carmen Farala, who came out as a kitty cat poodle.
Yes, she was an Iberian lynx.
Iberian lynx.
My favorite kind of link, because I'm not into chain link anymore.
And this was a very personal look to her because the
Her dad
ashes
was
of her
killed
father.
by an Iberian link.
I don't think she said that.
No, her father died just a short while before filming, and they spread his ashes in the national park where the Iberian lynx roam free.
Yes.
That was really touching. It was sad.
Mm-hmm.
How did you pick up the story that her father was mauled by an animal?
Okay, I'm reading subtitles. I'm trying to take it all in. I'm looking at the looks. I got the general idea.
She's becoming the enemy.
The enemy, yeah. She became the thing that took her father from her. No, I thought she looked amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't my favorite look. I expected a little more from her.
Yeah, but you know what?
It was like a
She can
cat
have a
house.
break. She can relax a little
I
bit.
do think
because
she's
she's
prob-
going
true.
hard.
I do
That's
think she
true.
probably knew. Oh, maybe she didn't. But it was a good choice to say that story now when they were because
So they can't say anything
Well,
about
they couldn't say-
costume?
yeah.
they couldn't say anything. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you're crying.
'Cause they were
I can't-
like-
well, I can't judge this.
Because they had from episode 1 saying, okay, she's beautiful in Versace. Is she going to do anything else?
And then she did kind of like a more basic, sorry to use that word, but a more basic cat costume. It wasn't my favorite cat costume. It was...
No, it was very Cats off Broadway.
Yeah. But she looked great, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Sure.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
And then finally we had Killer Queen.
Hello, everyone. Sorry to interrupt. This is Editor Darby here. I just wanted to say I'm so sorry. It seems that we forgot to discuss Ugathio's look, and that is unacceptable. Ugathio is one of our favorite contestants this season, and they are worth talking about. This look was incredible. It moved us. It shooked us. It shooked us. We were shaken. We loved it. Just like basically everything Ugathio does. So I'm so sorry we didn't talk about it. I think we were just intimidated because, you know, fire safety awareness is so important, and this look was really on fire. Okay, sorry, bye.
Coming out as a kitty cat purr.
And then she turned around and she had a big rainbow train. Because
train.
she said that was part of her origin.
Yeah. I agree with Anna, who said it was two different looks.
Two different looks,
I
yeah.
thought the prosthetic on the face was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get the note of two different looks. I absolutely do. But
I did not
if
like
you're
this
gonna do
look.
two different stories, but to you, like to her, as she explained it, it made sense to me. And if you're gonna do it, like, yeah, turn around and boom, there's a big surprise kind of raining down.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me, but I get the note.
So the
Okay.
tops of this week are Sagittaria as well as Poopy Poison. And I really thought it was going to go to Poopy because of the
They love
intestine
her,
line.
yeah.
And they were raving about her look. This is the best you've looked. And it sounds like there's like a big setup. And then they say the winner of this week is Sagittaria. And then Poopy goes, I knew it.
I thought Sagittaria's look was so out of this world.
Yeah.
And Sagittaria had a really difficult job because it was Inthi that was really bombing.
Struggling,
And
yeah.
so to keep carrying the scene and to make the decision to like fuck your husband in front of your daughter, to cuck your daughter, that's a strong choice.
It could have gone down. She could have gone down with
but
Inti.
instead she stayed strong, and
she's a strong contender.
Yeah, she really is.
Now this is where we get into the meat of this episode, is what I think is Dovima is in the bottom and Inti is in the bottom. And as soon as they say you can go backstage, Inti runs off and starts taking off her makeup. She said, no, I'm done here. Wow.
Yeah.
There was a lot of emotion behind that, and like I'm sure that she probably looks back and is like, I wish I'd handled that a little better.
Yeah.
I can't say that she regrets it, but I thought her argument honestly was like pretty sound. Like you for 3 weeks, she does very personal, very artistic, very true to herself looks, and to just be completely misunderstood. And you're like, she took herself out of the game show. I didn't blame her. I mean, to be honest, I didn't blame her. I was like, okay.
And she was open last episode, or maybe the first episode, about just where she was mentally, like with her dysphoria and stuff like that. So I'm sure there's obviously a lot of pressure. And I do agree with you. I think she was maybe judged a little unfairly the girl group episode, because I didn't see what they were seeing.
Same.
I mean, I wasn't there, but I did think like, I thought she killed it. So she starts taking her makeup off. The girls swarm around her. We even see a producer. That's always fun when you get to see it behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And she's just like, no. And then even Supreme comes out, which again, I love. Because I think if this was a different series, the host would probably
not be as empathetic.
Right. So Supreme comes in and is like, are you sure? Are you okay? I mean, all due respect, you did sign up for this.
You
like,
know,
this is the rules of the thing.
Yeah.
We're going to continue without you, you know. And she wasn't harsh, which I appreciate.
No, she wasn't. She was very understanding, and like I loved how poised she was in it too, and she was like, well, we have to keep doing the show. Let's film the rest of the show.
What did you think of Inthi's reaction to it?
I totally understand like the dysphoria and like being in your head, and like you're trying to like find out who you are, and like you're trying to like grow and blossom, especially if you have like an inner trans light that is trying to shine through, and you have to do these challenges that are like, let's be a clown, let's be goofy, let's be kooky, let's not take all this seriously, when like gender expression is very important to you, and like it's
and you're doing it in front of cameras.
Yeah.
And then once you're standing in front of cameras in this very personal look of yours, a bunch of people on the other side of the camera are being like, it's not good enough.
And in your head, you're already like, no one is on my side, but to hear it out loud in feedback
that's
through
gotta be so hard.
fashion critiques and through performance critiques live and in person, and you're trying to like understand it, and they're kind of talking in circles, and you're like, no, you're not on my side. I totally understand and am for her leaving.
We did get to see quite a few episodes of her, and I really love.
I love.
We stand Inti, and
Same.
I hope this isn't the last we see of her. I know
it won't
be.
be. It won't be. No way.
I think she's got
a
great career.
Te amo.
Inti.
And then we
love
get
her.
a very awkward, incredibly unnecessary lip sync of one. Dovima kind of wandering around.
Okay, I kind of loved it though.
It's so weird.
It was so weird, but I love that they were like, you're not going to go home, but we want to keep up with the tradition, so give us a performance. And I love Dovima's attitude of like, if you wanted a solo performance, all you had to do was ask.
It was a really lighthearted way to like close
kind
a
of bring
very
it all
serious
together, and the
situation.
fact that everyone came on at the end and danced together.
Yeah.
I did think that was kind of a nice moment of sisterhood, and
And I know that Supreme was really like self-conscious about like how that all ended, because she was kind of like, ooh, like her body language.
Because you can tell that like she cares for everyone.
She does.
And she had a very reasonable point of view, and being like, well, we're just judging you because that's what we do on this show, and everyone gets judged. And we sent Volcano home last week, and she's incredible. Like, it has nothing to do with that. And, you know, she was trying to like get her to see her side, but then when she saw that it was just a more emotional, kind of deeper thing for Inthi, she was like, okay, well, I have to respect that. Like, that's so...
Love that.
Ugh. Yeah.
I
love
love
Supreme.
Supreme very much. Next week, Snatch Game.
Ah!
I cannot wait to get any of the references. If you are, in fact, in Spain, if maybe you live in Barcelona, I don't know if maybe you've been to Barcelona before, but I have, and you want to send us kind of a pre-game, you know, if you see the characters that they're doing and you want to just kind of give us a heads up, that would be nice. I'd love to watch it with some sort of frame of reference.
Yes, I would like to
Yeah,
understand
would
what's
be
going
nice.
on. Yeah.
Maybe we'll check out Reddit user A Freaking Chorizo.
Okay.
They seem to be doing a really great job
What a
of...
frickin' chorizo.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us once again for Drag Race España. This month is Pride Month. So happy Pride. And we have been raising money for Brave Space Alliance. So if you would like to donate so that we can make a rather large donation to Brave Space Alliance, because as of today, we're at $700 for Brave Space
Oh my
Alliance.
god.
Wait a minute. 700?
Yes,
Yeah.
bitch.
Dang!
So thank you to everyone who's already donated. Please keep it coming. It would mean so much to end Pride Month with a large IMHO donation to Brave Space Alliance. So just give to our Venmo pen pal. Just write us a letter and be like,
Pal.
hags, have a great summer. To our PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. Just put donation, Brave Space Alliance, BSA, anything like that. Greatly appreciated.
And we appreciate your patronage and your viewership. If you like this video, like it, comment on it, share it with your friends. It helps with our visibility. And follow us on our social medias. Info in the bio.
Absolutely. You can also follow us on Patreon at IMHOtheSHOW for exclusive content and podcasts and more. And also, if you want a special message from us, perhaps a pride message, you can find each of us on Cameo.
So
Just
true.
search our names.
So affordable. What an affordable Pride gift.
Truly is so
Approachable
affordable.
Mini
Or
celebrities.
if you need to, like, it's Pride Month, if you want to come out to someone, but you're afraid to do it, we'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the new feature on Cameo? Is they can send you a video message first.
No.
When they're ordering it, they can send you a video and explain what they want.
Oh, that's fun.
It's so cute. I got one the other day. But if you want one from all three of us, if you want a triple team, Cameo on IMHOtheShow.com.
Yes. And this is just now coming up, so we haven't really mentioned it before, but we do want to just throw it out there. We are doing IMHO Live.
Yes! IMHO live. In
Live.
person. The show.
Here
The
at
show.
Chicago in the Newport Theater on
July 24th.
July 24th.
The night before my birthday.
We will have ticket
Right
info
before
as soon
my
as as soon as tickets go on sale.
It'll be
And
comedy, it'll be video, it'll be song, it'll
be
be
us.
audience participation, it'll be
Well,
IMHO
It'll
Live.
be IMHO live.
Yes.
IMHO Live.
Oh my gosh.
Stay tuned for that. All right, we will see you next week for Snatch Game. Adios. Sorry. Adios. Barcelona.
Do you think astronauts
Poop?
Fucking space.
No, they don't come.
I was gonna ask. Wait,
No.
they don't poop. How do they poop in space?
They do poop.
They do.
they poop in a bag.
shoot it outside and they
They
just let
just,
it.
what if it's liquid?
Well, no, it'll take their intestine
Well, I
out.
mean,
we saw what
liquid in
happened to
space.
Hoobie.
Liquid in space.
I don't think according to official NASA documentation, I keep up with it. No one's ever had sex in space.
Someone's lying.
But someone's masturbating.
But they have
Someone's
to
lying.
masturbate.
I don't know. It probably doesn't feel good, does
Where do you
it?
put the load?
Well, yeah, because it's
Anywhere,
just
'cause
friction.
it's
You can still have friction in
it-
space. Wait, but can you
Someone's
feel
load
it?
just going.
Probably not.
Because your legs go numb or whatever.
It'd be all slow motion.
Who did it? Buzz Aldrin.
Have you ever seen Buzz Aldrin on 30 Rock? His whole character is that he plays, obviously, himself, but he's like this old man, like an old, crazy old astronaut man. And Liz Lemon meets him, and he's just staring out at the moon. But, like, it's during the day, because, sometimes you can see the moon. And he's like, come over here, Liz. Do you want to yell at the moon? She's like, yeah, I'd like that. And he's like, I stood on your face. And then Liz Lemon's like, it's daytime, moon. You're only out at night. It's very funny.
You love 30 Rock.
I do. From the sun.
Tina Fey.